This is me still answering this question up here. And I said I was going to share the formula on how you can read more books per time. A few videos back, or in my last video, I don't know what position it would be, I shared how you can finish a book or more, or the formula to use to just calculate how many pages or chapters you can read based on your reading goals, so that you can know how to classify or break down your book into smaller parts such that you can finish it based on your goals. Okay, so if you want to read two books, you know how many pages to read per book to finish that book, and so that you can move to the next book if you want to read two books in a month, for example. So today, just like I promised at the end of that video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can read more books, like take up more books at the same time, or maybe consecutively, simultaneously, so that it's easier for you. And that formula would be by combining different ways of reading at the same time. So as someone who reads, I do not read one book per time sometimes, and that's because I use different methods of reading. What do I mean by different methods? This book I'm holding, for example, is a paper copy book. For me, it is actually not as easy to read a paper copy book like this or hard copy book like this, just like it would be easy for me to listen to it, right? For example, Psychology of Money that I have here, this one, I got this book when I listened to the audio first. Audiobooks doesn't take as much time as reading books. So I listened to the audio and I was like, I need to get this book because it's actually very eye-opening, especially when you are someone that's invested in making your finances better. Okay, so this is a recommendation. So if you're struggling with your finances or talking about money, learning about money, investing and all of that, pick up this book. But that's not the story for this video. The story for this video is that most times I combine different ways of reading. One is auditory or audio because it's actually easier for me to finish it. One is reading the physical copy. Another one is Kindle or ebook. Okay, so sometimes you see me reading two or three books at the same time because it's easier for me to read a hard copy like this at home, or when I am just stationary during my lunch, or when I am just in a building, because probably the sun and all of that can affect me. But when I am on motion, like in the bus, I'm traveling, sometimes I read a copy book and it's easy for me. You know, there's some stories that are actually easy to flow with, but there's some stories that I can't really flow with and I can't read paper copy book of them on motion. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So in such cases, I just get plugged in and listen to the audio. Other times I have just my phone. Another reason why I even read Kindle is because carrying a paperback sometimes can be really difficult. And there was a day I even misplaced my paper copy book. And as much as I tried to trace it, I couldn't find it. Thank God it wasn't a library book. It was a book that I got on my own by myself. Well, you guys know how expensive books can be, so it was really painful. So I had to just restrict how I carry paper books up and down because sometimes it's just inevitable to lose these things, okay, because of the busy day and because of distractions here and there. But what I'm saying is, if you want to read more books, you have to understand the method of reading that works for you.